Hi, I'm Dave Vickers and welcome to the Photo Show. In today's episode, we're going to look at the two new announcements from Kodak, Kodak One and Kodak Coin. This week at CES in Las Vegas, Kodak came back into the game with two new announcements. Firstly, an image licensing platform which they're going to be calling Kodak One. And secondly, a cryptocurrency which they're going to be calling Kodak Coin. So before we look at both of those, we need to go back a little bit and look at a little bit of history. Back in 2012, Kodak, the company as everybody knew it as a film and photography company, actually went bankrupt. And in 2013, they re-emerged and licensed the Kodak name to a lot of different companies. So the Kodak name can be put onto different products. There was the release of a smartphone last year, the Kodak Ektra, which was quite camera centric. It was had quite a retro look and a leatherette finish resembling the old box brownies. So yeah, you could understand that there was a crossover there. But what's been announced this week is two new ideas. The first is Kodak One, and this is going to be an image licensing platform for photographers. So the idea is that photographers upload their images, they then license out to customers, and the photographers who've contributed are then paid for their images that are sold. Now the difference between the Kodak One platform and other imaging licensing platforms is that Kodak One is going to be paying you in their own cryptocurrency, which they're going to be calling Kodak Coin. If you're not sure what a cryptocurrency is, it's worth looking up something like Bitcoin, which is the biggest player in the cryptocurrency market. So the way that cryptocurrencies work and the way that they're going to be using it within the Kodak One and the Kodak Coin is by employing what's called blockchain technology. And the idea here is it's a way of encrypting the information and encrypting the sales and returns. And it means that no one person is responsible for the sales and returns ledger. Basically, everyone who's an end user of either the platform or the coin will have a ledger on them that is constantly updated so that everybody has a record of all of the transactions that's taken, therefore supposedly making it a lot more secure. Now, regardless of whether you think the Kodak One platform is a good idea, I think the stumbling block here is going to be the Kodak Coin. Kodak have decided to launch a cryptocurrency in the same week that Bitcoin, the biggest player in that area, has actually taken a 30% drop, the biggest drop it's had in its history. And there's new regulation coming out all the time, and nobody's really sure at the moment whether the cryptocurrency is a bubble, whether it's something that will continue to rise, or whether it's something that continues to fall. There's been no price release so far on the Kodak Coin. They're expecting to do that at the end of January. But this is going to be solely dependent on how many people invest in the platform and the coin. If the uptake is really good and a lot of people invest and add their photos to Kodak One and therefore are investing in Kodak Coin, then the price of Kodak Coin will be high. If the uptake is small, then the opposite. The price of the Kodak Coin is going to be smaller, and I can't see the amount of money being available to pay the photographers that have actually taken part. Personally, I don't think I would invest and put any images up onto Kodak One at the beginning. I think I'd rather wait and see how it plays out, see what kind of value the Kodak Coin has, and if it's something I do want to invest in completely. But what about you? I mean, I don't know. Does this Kodak One and Kodak Coin idea sound like something you'd want to be involved with? Or are you, like me, and wary about the cryptocurrency side of it? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be really interested to hear what you think. Now, I know some of this might sound a bit skeptical, but I think one of my problems is that Kodak was a legacy brand. It was something I grew up with Kodak cameras and Kodak film, and it was something that was synonymous with the world of photography. I find it really difficult when I see the name just being used for what I consider random products. For this, to me personally, it sounds like the Kodak One idea has been launched as a way of branding the Kodak Coin, the cryptocurrency. That seems to be the main area of this release. The trouble with licensing the name out is you could end up with anything. You could end up with Kodak Cola, you could end up with Kodak Pops, or all of these things which just are taking it away from the original brand. Now, far be it from me to tell anyone else how to run their business, but here's a radical idea for you, Kodak. Now, I'm going to give you this idea for free. If you do it and it takes off, you can pay me then. Why not make a camera? There is a massive gap in the market between people using their smartphones and upgrading to a mirrorless camera or DSLR. There's a gap in there for a compact style camera Maybe one that can, has internet access, that you can upload directly from the camera to Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever social media you want. Something that bridges that gap from a smartphone to a DSLR. And if Kodak did that and brought that out, not only would I think it would be a massive selling item, but also it fills in with the legacy of Kodak from the origin. Kodak's original idea was to bring photography to the masses, and a camera like that would definitely do it. And with the Kodak brand, everything would fit in. But hey, what do I know? So for now, that concludes our look at the two releases from Kodak, the Kodak One and the Kodak Coin. I'm Dave Vickers, this is The Photo Show, thanks for watching, see you next time.